Check out the Flow Defense Flood Barrier, an innovative flood barrier from the land down under. Cleverly and discreetly hidden within a small area of a walkway or roadway. This flood barrier also requires no human intervention for activation like the pedestrian and roadway gates from the flood brake company. The barriers from Flow Defense also use rising flood waters to create the hydrostatic pressure required to activate and raise the gate. But instead of rising at an angle from the roadway or walkway, the Flow Defense barriers rise from beneath the surface vertically. To achieve the water pressure required to raise the barrier, the Flow Defense system uses a small grave that's positioned flush with the surface. Just in front of a hidden barrier assembly as flood waters flow into the grave, they fill the barrier with enough water to flood the barrier upward into its raised position. The Flow Defense barrier also automatically lowers as the flood waters recede. By offering full-time flood protection at greatly reduced labor, maintenance, and post-flood cleanup costs. The automatic flood barriers from Flood Defense are worth every penny required for installation. Introducing the No-Lack Flood Fighting System, the amazing portable flood barriers that could save lives and property during flooding events. Well, filling and positioning sandbags against the coming flood is difficult and time-consuming, but NOAQ Flood Fighting System includes two distinct barriers that can be erected much faster using less manpower. Designed for the urban environment, the NOAQ Box Wall BW50 is a freestanding flood barrier that uses the weight of the flood water to anchor itself in place. Made of lightweight, easily transportable box sections, the BW50 can be erected by a single person. Including convenient curb corner and links attachments that allow it to be customized to any area. The Box Wall BW50 has been shown to be amazingly effective. Which of these anti-flood inventions impressed you most? Tell us in the comments section below. Remember to subscribe and click on the bell notification icon to ensure you don't miss any upcoming videos. Check out the Sandmaster from US company Barrier Systems LLC. An extraordinary mechanism that provides sandbagging on a monumental scale. With its high production rate, the Sandmaster provides sandbag teams with a much better chance of completing the preparations prior to the arrival of a flood. This incredible mechanism is capable of producing 4,800 to 6,200 sandbags in 8 hours time, with only a 3-person crew. First, empty bags are attached to the Sandmaster with a speed loader. Once the trigger-activated tension rings secure the banks tightly in place, the Sandmaster is ready to rock and roll. The Sandmaster works by plowing straight into the sand to fill its anti-backs. Already securely locked and tight to the device, the filled banks are then carried to the drop-off location, where they are closed, securely tied, and drop where they're needed. Available is the Sandmaster 20 for skid steers and the Sandmaster 26 for backhoes and loaders. The Sandmaster can mean the difference between preservation and total devastation during a major flooding events. What do you think about the Sandmaster? Share your minds in the comments below. Meet the pedestrian and roadway gate, a fully engineered passive flood control system from Texas company Flood Break. Permanently installed beneath door entrances, stairwells, pedestrian walkways, and traffic access points. This anti-flood gate automatically blocks pedestrian and vehicle entrances from street-level flooding without supervision or human activation of any kind. These gates will self-deploy should a flooding events occur. Under normal conditions, the gate remains architecturally blended in with the surrounding infrastructure. Yet when flood waters strike, the rising water creates hydrostatic pressure. This water pressure flow to blame hollow aluminum beam which acts to raise the flood barrier into its protective position. The rising water also activates self-sealing rubber gaskets that keep the water from seeping through the barrier. When the barrier reaches in 90-degree upright position, the flood waters hold the gate firmly in place. When the water recedes, the gate falls slowly back into its recessed location, allowing vehicle and pedestrian traffic to resume. Thoroughly tested and built to last for years, Flood Break floodgates have made a major impact in flood protection technology. Check out the Easy, an off-the-shelf barrier that protects your home's vulnerable entranceways against flood waters. Due to the weather's unpredictable nature, a flash flooding event can occur without warning. Installed within minutes without excessive tools or brackets. This quick and easy barrier uses a unique pump action seal to completely cut off the potential of water leakage into your precious home environments. The Easy barrier can be installed in 3 simple steps. First, position the barrier in the opening just outside of your door. Next, use a wrench to extend the side panels until firmly in place. This provides up to 1.1 meters of width, which covers the distance of the vast majority of all door reveal spaces. Finally, use the pump action handle to inflate the seal and you're all set for when the water arrives. That would require some concrete work. An extension tool can be installed for wider spaces that call for the use of multiple barriers. A security cover is also available to prevent tampering. With the Easy flood barrier keeping the water out as well, you know the rest. This is the water block, a simple yet amazingly effective flood barrier, from Canadian company Barricade Environmental. Install for Barricade Environmental by Canadian company Flood Barrier America. The water block effectively stops any and all approaching water dead in its tracks. This highly efficient flood barrier is used to protect homes, woodlands, boardwalks, cemeteries, or even entire neighborhoods. When water approaches, the water block does exactly what its name implies, it blocks. Made of high-strength PVC fabrics designed to maximize puncture resistance, tensile and terraced right. The water block is a T-shaped structure incorporating twin chambers with an internal baffle. Ports within the baffle allow the water that's pumped into the tube to be equally distributed throughout both chambers. The enormous weight this creates within the tube ensures a stable dam of contained water that will not roll. As opposed to flash flooding events, the water block is generally used as a semi-permanent barrier against the potential for lakes, rivers, and other existing waterways to exceed their usual levels. Also effective against waterborne ice flows, the water block allows communities living near waterways to live in harmony with their environment.